guys, my name is and in this video I'll be creating a step-by-step video tutorial demonstrating how to set up a database and create a table using Flask SQLALCHEMY. So what is Flask SQLALCHEMY? Flask SQLALCHEMY is an ORM, Objective Relational Mapper extension for Flask built on top of SQLALCHEMY. Allows developers to interact with database using Python objects instead of writing raw SQL queries. So why is SQLALCHEMY useful in Flask application? So it is because it simplifies database interaction in Flask by providing an object relational mapper, allowing you to interact with database using Python objects instead of raw SQL queries. This abstraction streamlines development, improve code readability, and make database management in Flask application more efficient. So let's proceed on installing. But first, we need to check if we have Flask in our application or in our folder. So first is we need to check pip freeze. Okay, but I suggest that you need to create a virtual environment inside the folder that you'll be putting the application, because it basically the things that you need to install in the virtual environment makes it more easier to track. Ready ka maglisod. So proceed ta. So first is we need to create a virtual environment, which is I already create, which is it's here, the virtual environment. To create that is you just need to do this python-m bnb, and you name the folder for your virtual environment. So I just name it bnb, which is virtual environment. And then after that, we need to check. We need to activate it by doing this command line scripts and activate. Once it's activated, it will be like this. And then after that, we need to check if we've got installation inside. So pip freeze to check. So I've already installed my Flask and also my Flask Bootstrap and my also Flask SQLALCHEMY and Flask hashing. So by installing that, if you don't have anything, so just do this pip install Flask to install the Flask. And then after that, if you want to install the Flask Bootstrap, just do Flask -bootstrap. And then after that, we will be installing the Flask SQLALCHEMY, Flask SQLALCHEMY. And then for the last is hashing. Flask, and pip install Flask hashing. So once that's done, we'll be creating the file, which is we'll be naming it app.py, where we'll put the Flask code. So excuse me. So for now, we'll be putting the dependencies for our Flask and also for our Flask SQLALCHEMY. So from Flask import Flask, and then we need to import the render template request URL form redirect and flash. So for the next dependency, we'll be importing the bootstrap, or the Flask bootstrap, Flask underscore bootstrap, and next is for the SQLALCHEMY. It's Flask underscore After that, we need to import the SQL, the integers and string from SQLAlchemy. SQLAlchemy import integer and string. After that, we need to import the ORM SQLAlchemy.orm. Import the declarative based map and map underscore follow. So yeah, so what I did is I just import required modules. For example, for the Flask, it's the main web framework to create the web app. For the Bootstrap, it adds Bootstrap 5 support for better UI styling, but we'll be focusing on SQLAlchemy on making database. And Flask underscore SQLAlchemy makes it easy to work with database, or it allows us to create a database by not doing the raw SQL queries like that. And for the ORM, or object relational model, helps define and interact with database table using Python class. So yeah, so right after that, we'll be configuring the database. So but first we need to activate the app first. Is equals to Flask. After that, we need to put the config, which will be the secret key, or we'll put the secret underscore. Determine the secret. Small. And then after that, we'll be add the config SQL underscore database. I'm gonna be explaining this to you guys. I already explained it to you. So SQLite. Let's say app.db. So here, I'm setting up the Flask app. So Flask app is equals to Flask, opening close parenthesis, underscore name, underscore, underscore. It creates the Flask web application. Next is for the secret key. It is needed for our security features like session management and flashing messages. So for this SQLAlchemy underscore database underscore URI, it specifically kung asa nato siya i-put ang atong database, and then ang kanang SQLite, which is mo na atong gamiton, and then app.db mo na ang location or atong file name sa atong database. So for our SQLAlchemy underscore track underscore modifications, para like kanang avoid itong mga warnings mo na atong i-false na siya. And for Bootstrap is equals to Bootstrap app para ma-activate na nato itong module. So now, let's create the excuse me, the first we need to declare that we'll be using the default database for SQL Alchemy. So by doing that is db is equals to SQL Alchemy and close parenthesis model class, use a class, and then it's called base. So yeah, like that. And then after is db init underscore app, and then I forgot to create or call the declarative class base. So declarative base, and then class. So after that, we've called the declarative base. Now we'll create the for example, a table of profile. So class profile db dot model. And so in here we'll be calling or creating the ID for the table. So when we create a database, there's always an ID for each table. So ID map, let's put it and then in an ID we will indicate that it's the primary key and it has a auto increment when we create or like balik create the first table gani mabaya ni buhaton nato. So magkonta mag-input ta or like ato siyang himon primary key ato iyon pud ang iyong auto increment and also unique po na siya. So by doing that we'll call the map column and close parenthesis primary key is equals to true. It's the timeout, sorry, true. And then for auto increment true, and for the last unique is equals to true. So yeah, mana siya. So nakakita ta. So this is a profile. So sulod sa profile kay nang gini first name, let's put last name and also username. So guys so ato na ni siya ibutang is map like that. I'll be explaining to you str because it's gonna be just a string. The username, let's say username, and also I forgot something, password, let's say and then string, and then for username map it's gonna be string, but we want to be our username unique. So authorization tawag user column and then close parenthesis unique equals to after na just string. So once that's done, we can just create a route for our website. Basically it's just view and return for views.html. So yan na siya. Yeah, I'll just put this para setting a database in using Flask SQLALCHEMY. So atong buhat karon is na-create a table, and now we'll be creating the database. So okay, so guys, so by creating a database, we'll be going to our terminal here, down here, and I'm calling the Python IDE. So by doing that, we'll be activating the Python, and here we'll be inputting this kanito ni input ang mga kuan series of code. So from app and import app, and then also the DB. Once that's done, let's wait. So it created a PY cache here and also an instance. So I'll be explaining to you why there's nothing inside the instance after doing this. So with app underscore context, parentheses, and then that. So it will create a condition to lookbook that. So ato ra ikuan is itambara na nato. And then once nga matap na i-type niya db create underscore call. So it will nalagyan pa siya that. Just press enter again. And then there. Na-create na nato ang database na to, which name nga app.py using SQLite. So if tanaw na to diri ganina sa instance, wala man siya sulod, so there was nothing inside. But when we click this, na siya diri guys, na-create na nato ang atong database. So guys, going back, I forgot to install the SQLite and also the SQLite viewer. That's why we did. Wala na to nakita niyang symbol diri. So once nga ma-install na to ay kaning SQLite viewer, makita din na to atong database, which is kani. So nara yan tables, profile. Under sa profile na siya mga attributes, which is yung ID, first name, last name, username, password. So yeah, that's how create table sa using Flask SQLALCHEMY. So yeah, that's it, and thank you.